First thing we want to do in this video lesson is take a look at exponents. Exponents are shorthand notation for repeated multiplication. So if I see an expression that looks like this, I say it's 3 to the 4th power. The 4 is called an exponent, the 3 is called the base. And what this means is to multiply 3 times itself 4 times. Or I'm going to write a product that has 4 factors of 3. So that 4 stands for the number of 3's that I have here in this product. Then I multiply and I get 81. So 3 to the 4th, shorthand notation for 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which of course is 81. So 3 with an exponent of 1, that's 3 to the 1st power. 3 with an exponent of 2, that's 3 to the 2nd power, or 3 squared. 3 with a 3 up here is 3 to the 3rd power, or I could say 3 cubed. Let's go to the board now and work a couple of problems that involve exponents. 2 to the 4th power, that's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I want 4 factors of 2. 4 is the exponent, 2 is the base. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So that answer is 16, and that is 2 to the 4th power. The next one I have is 5 to the 3rd power. That's going to be 3 factors of 5, or 5 times 5 times 5, always all multiplication. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 again is 125. So 5 to the 3rd power is 125. And the meaning of this expression is 3 factors of 5. 10 to the 1st power, I want 1 factor of 10. That's pretty easy. I just get 10. The next problem, 10 to the 0 power, it's really just a definition. We define 10 to the 0 power. Since I can't write 0 factors of 10, 10 to the 0 power is going to be the number 1. Any number to the 0 power turns out to be the number 1, and we do that with a definition. That is, we define an exponent of 0 on any base except 0 as giving us an answer of 1. Now, what I want to do next is talk a little bit about the rule for order of operations. What are we going to do if we have more than one operation in a problem? For instance, if we have multiplication and addition and division. Well, the rule for order of operation tells us what to do. The first thing we want to do is simplify inside the innermost grouping symbols. And the grouping symbols include a fraction bar, which is used to separate a numerator from a denominator. Generally, parentheses and brackets like this. Second, we'll evaluate all exponents that we see, or evaluate any number that has an exponent on it. Third, we do all our multiplication and division, moving left to right if there's more than one of those operations. And fourth, all additions and subtractions left to right. So inside the innermost grouping symbol first, then we evaluate exponents, multiply and divide, add and subtract. Left to right if there's more than one of those operations. Let's go to the board now and try some problems. Problem number 5, I have 3 plus 5 times 8. Here I have addition and multiplication, so what I'm going to do is multiply first, because that's what the rule for order of operation tells me to do. 5 times 8 is 40. 3 plus 40 is 43. Now, this is the rule according to the rule for order of operation, and it's this way everywhere, not just in this class or in this course, but everywhere. We always do multiplication before we do addition if there's no other grouping symbols around. So I have to multiply 5 times 8, I get 40, and to that I add on 3. Now, if you're using a calculator, you might want to check your calculator and see if your calculator operates according to the rule for order of operation. Simply press in 3 plus 5 times 8 and then the equal sign and see if you get 43. If you don't, your calculator isn't working according to the rule for order of operation, and you'll have to enter the numbers correctly yourself to get the correct answer. If it's not working according to the rule for order of operation, I think the answer will be 64. Here's our next problem. 8 times 10 squared minus 6 times 4 cubed. The rule for order of operation says to evaluate exponents first. So I have 8 times 100 minus 6 times 4 to the 3rd power is 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. Now I have multiplication and subtraction. I need to multiply first. Here's 800 minus, let's see, 24, I'll carry the 2, 36, 37, 38. So I multiply first, left to right. Now I'm going to do my subtraction. 800 subtract 384. I have to write it this way. 10 subtract 4 is 6. That'll be 9 subtract 8 is 1, because I borrowed one right there, and this will be 7 subtract 3 is 4. Now, is that right? 416. Let me just add these up. 10 plus 9 plus 1 is 10. 4 and 4 is 8. Yes. Okay, so 416. First I evaluate my exponents, then I do my multiplication, and finally I do my subtraction. Here's another problem. Again, I want to do my exponents first. 8 times 2 to the 4th power, we already did that and got 16, plus 25 divided by 5 minus 3 to the 2nd power is 9. So now I'm left with multiplication, addition, division, and subtraction. So I'm going to multiply and divide left to right. 8 times 16, 8 times 6 is 48, carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8, and 4 is 12. Plus 25 divided by 5 is going to be 5 minus 9. Now 128 plus 5 is going to be, what is that? 128 plus 5 is 133 minus 9, and 133 minus 9 is going to be 124. Is that right? 133 minus 9 is 124, so I get, yeah. My assistant is telling me, yes, that's right. Sometimes I make some mistakes with arithmetic, especially if I'm in front of the camera. So that's a look at some exponents and the rule for order of operation.